I would be perfectly happy with that. But we've got some gold built up, so not too worried about it.
You asked for it.
Oof, priest matchups. These tend to be a little bit slower, since the priest can heal his minions fairly efficiently. But I'm not too worried because we have the mana worm to start with. And then next turn, if he plays something out, we can frostbolt it, which will obviously boost the mana worm up. Actually, the double frostbolt, so I feel pretty comfortable about that. All right.
In the light's name.
Alright, so that's not super scary, but I also don't want him to get a lot in terms of tempo, so we'll go ahead and keep him off board right now. Also, the whole healing thing could be pretty bad if that comes down to it. There's a good chance that he just heals and passes this turn, but nope. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, I think Knife Juggler is a fine play here. Go ahead and deal 2 damage to it, which is 2 damage he'll probably heal. If he has a Cleric in his hand, then I'm just giving him a card draw, but I honestly don't really care too much about that. Because the Cleric will be pretty easy to deal with on the next turn. Oh, Demolisher. Alright, so we're going to have to deal with that.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Okay. That's fine. We can deal with both threats pretty efficiently. Awesome, awesome. Alright, so we'll go ahead. That up. Do that up. Swing in. There we go. Try and keep him off board again, just trading as efficiently as possible. Keeping minions in hand. That is actually a highly tempting target to fireball. And so the other option is to play the Fairy Dragon and then Fire Blast it and hold the fireball for something more dangerous. Which I think may be the correct play in this case. On the other hand, if I fireball it, that means that I get to deal with he has to deal with a 4-2 and I swing to the face. Essentially it's trading out like that, but I think in this case, keeping board control and drawing the card, yeah, with the Acolyte of Pain coming out next turn, we can use that as a card draw engine if we need to. That, or we can Cult Master next turn. Or he turn 5s into something big, and keeping the Fireball was the right move.
Mind if I roll need?
Okay. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and roll the dice on this. Okay, awesome. Light of Pain. Activate for some of that beautiful card draw. Give me it. Alright, there we go. That will be a fairly good play with the Cult Master, possibly. Hopefully we'll get an extra card draw off of the Acolyte. It's entirely possible we'll get an extra 2 card draws off of it, depending on what he plays next. Okay, yep, this is actually a fairly decent turn to either Fireball, but I think I would rather... 5, 6, 7. I think I would rather sacrifice the Acolyte. Yeah, I feel like all of that extra card draw made that turn worth it, even though I went a little bit behind on the board. This gives me a lot more options for dealing with him later. We have the Death Knight, Death Lord, excuse me, which is just a good all-around card. Got a couple ones, got a couple removal in here. A couple spells, which is really nice with Mana Worm on deck. We'll see how this goes. Alright. Think this turn might be... Yeah, we'll go ahead and go to you. Fire Blast and swing for face. I could have easily kept that around. Again, use the Fireball to take care of it, but I keep having this feeling and this just god-awful fear that he's going to have something huge in his hand for me to deal with shortly, and I've got a couple options to do it, but I would rather hold on to those options until I absolutely have to use them. And right now I've got enough minions in hand that I think that I can efficiently trade for a while. So, we'll see how it goes. Alright, so as an example, this is an excellent target for Polymorph. Let's see. This turn we play the Questing Adventurer out. Obviously Polymorph that threat. Fire Blast it and swing for face. What I love about that is that gets rid of 2 cards out of his hand right there with just that one spell. So, super happy about that. Super happy about that trade. Let's see what he plays next here.
My shield for Argon.
All right. We can deal with that. We have the technology. Swing that in, and then I think this turn is a Golem Leper Gnome turn. And since those are equal, I would rather use the one with the most health. We'll call that actually crap. I just missed lethal. I'm super smart at counting stuff. Fuck. Whoops. This is, of course, where he will wipe the board or do that. All right, we're 3-0. Let's see how we can go and do